Okay, these are some exercises that you can do to relieve any tension and pain in the neck. First thing that I've noticed when I have a client talk about neck pain is that their breathing changes. This is because when you experience pain in the neck, it's kind of, you can't ignore it, right? You know, if you've experienced, you know, if you wake up with a crick in the neck, it's just there all day. And then your breathing gets really shallow. So the first thing I want you to do is deep diaphragmatic breaths. Okay, it might be hard to do if you're actively experiencing neck pain, but in order to prevent it, you're deep breathing. So as you inhale, you're going to take that air in, start to lift your collarbones, expand your chest, push your belly out. As you exhale, squeeze the belly in, contract your chest, and relax your shoulders and collarbones. You don't have to sit cross-legged, you can just sit in any way that feels good. The second thing we're going to do is going to be lying down. Now, you don't have to be down on the floor. You can do this lying on a couch, on your bed, whatever. Just make sure your spine is supported and neutral. So keep a weight close by. The size of the weight doesn't matter. You can just hold a bottle of water or a can of food, whatever you want. You're going to start by lying down. Make sure the backs of your legs are pushing down. Make sure your core is relaxed. Your low back should be on the floor, okay, or on your surface. So don't have that situation happening. So belly down, low back pressing down, heels digging down. Take your weight, hold it in one hand. You're going to have your weight in your hand, push it straight up. This is stabilizing your shoulder. Breathe in, looking up. Exhaling, looking to the side. So you're just gently moving. You'll notice this hand wants to wobble, okay? I want you to stabilize this hand. Deep belly breath. As you squeeze that belly down, your heels are active. Turn as far as you can. You want to try and bring that ear down to the floor like you're listening to the floor. And bring the weight down to your chest, switch sides, okay? So at least 4 on each side with that. The second thing you're going to do is going to be a neck flexion and extension, okay? So get something to hold in your hand. If you have an elastic band, great. If you don't, just use a belt, a scarf, anything. I'd love for you to do this in a single leg kneeling position. If you have pain in your knees or your hips, don't do it kneeling down. You'll do it standing with 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. Now, the reason for this is that there's different alignments of the spine. So your hips are level. One knee is forward, it's in line with your hip. Don't let it cave in, okay? Foot is pressing into the ground. If you have just mild knee pain, just add a little extra cushion under your knee. You should be able to do this. You're going to hold this in your hand at about the level of your chest. Pull it apart. On an inhale, you're pressing down through your foot. You're going to lift your chin up as high as you can. As you exhale, your chin is going to come down to your chest. This is going to challenge your balance even if you're doing it standing. So if you were doing it in a split stance, 1 leg forward, 1 leg back, soft bend in your knees, don't lock out your knees, make sure your hips are square to the front. Pull the band apart, inhale up, exhale down. The last thing we're going to do is going to be an archer pull. For this one, you'll need a yoga block or a pillow. Rest that there. You'll start to lie down. Bring your knees to the height of your hips. Feet are stacked perfectly over each other. Knees are stacked over each other. Again, if you have knee pain, just put a cushion underneath. And your head is resting on the block. Make sure it's pushed back because you'll have to turn. Stretch out the hand that's on the floor. Your top hand is going to reach. And as you bring it forward, just go beyond. And then imagine you're holding onto a bowstring. You're doing an archer pull. So drag that back. Make a fist with your hand. You're going to drag that back. And you'll stop when you're looking straight up. Your elbow should be above the ground. And you're thinking about bringing your shoulder down and you're looking straight up. Okay, so 1, as you inhale, reach. As you exhale, pull it back. As you pull it back, you don't want your elbow going down. This is just going to twerk your shoulder. You want that elbow staying straight. And if you have the mobility, you can turn or just look straight up.